Hi guys, this is Derek with Moongate Cycles. Back with another video today. I've got my Bafang mountain bike e-bike conversion, and we've just got the standard Bafang chainring on here, and we're gonna put on the new Moongate Cycles Spider. You can see there that we've machined, and we're just gonna throw a normal BCD 104 chainring on the Moongate Bafang Spider on this bike right there and see how it works. So let's get started. I've got the things we're going to need. I've got the Bafang Moongate Spider, obviously, a chainring I got off Amazon. This was a Decus, it's like 26 bucks. So we'll remove the pedals. So we'll remove the crank. So we'll need a crank puller for that. And then this chainring guard just comes off with Phillips screwdriver, and then from there we'll just need some Allen key hex set to remove those bolts, and we've got some Moongate Bafang spacers in there that we'll check out. And all this is for a BBS02. It'll also work for a BBS01 Bafang drive. And let me know down in the comments if you guys want us to look at designing and machining a BBS HD for the upgraded Bafang 1000-watt motor. Let us know. It's got a different hull pattern here, but it's definitely possible we can design and make some of those if you guys think you're going to buy them. So without further ado, let's jump in and get started. Okay, first things first, we're going to use our hex wrench to take off this cap here for the crank. So that's pretty simple. And I've just got some of cranks from my old mountain bike, because the Bafang cranks that came with the kit hit the chain stays on the other side, so had to use my old crank, so it's a little bit rigged, but great. Next step is we're going to need a nice crank puller to pull this crank. Okay, now we're just going to use the crank puller to pull off these cranks. I've got a nicer Park Tool one, but I'm letting a buddy borrow it right now. This one here came with this a second Bafang kit I got, so it's not quite as nice as the Park Tool one, but hopefully it'll do the job here. And this should just get in there and pull the crank right off. You can see you can also use a there we go, it's coming off. You can use like a ratchet set in there if you want to, but a spanner wrench like what I'm using here is my preferred way of doing it. And there you can see we got the crank off. Now next step is we're going to take off this chainring cover, which is just a Phillips head screwdriver from the backhand side, and then we'll be able to remove the chainring. Okay, this part's a little tedious. I'm just removing these Phillips head screws here, so we'll probably fast forward through this. It's pretty boring. Okay, so you can see here our chainring covers off. You can see this is just a hex to remove your old chainring, and you can see here, maybe we could zoom in on that. We've got some Bafang spacers. This is to get the chainring away from the chainstay. This is a 44T, and I'm going to a 46T. So that might get a little interesting here. I was pretty sure this was a 46T, but I guess I'm wrong. So we might need to throw in another Moongate Cycles Bafang spacer there, which is not a problem. We've got a ton of them. And I'll have a link down in the description below if you need to order your own of those. So let's get started pulling this off. All right, so we'll just take the chain off, get it sort of out of the way. And then this here looks like 4mm. It's the old Bafang chainring off. You can see on the new chainring it's just slightly smaller, so that might be a problem. We'll find out in a second here. Let's see, just eyeball this onto here. No, it looks like it's gonna fit just fine, actually. So there you go. And we've got, you can see, hopefully these bolts are threaded long enough. We got a counter bore in there, so I might consider taking off that washer actually. So let's get started and we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm doing a quick fitment check here. And actually, you know, with no spacers, on this particular setup, it looks great. I've got about, I don't know, what, 4 or 5mm of clearance there. So I'm good. So I've removed both of these. Again, I'll have a link in the description if you need to pick up some. These are 3mm Moongate cycles, Bafang spacers, and it will just bring the whole chain ring out if you need to fix your chain line to get it, you know, improved a little bit away from your chain stays or any other part of your frame. So we're going to keep going, and it's actually going to be easier to get this all tightened down first between the Bafang spider and the chain ring, then attach this to the Bafang drive. So we're going to do that real quick. You can see, and you also have the option if you need just a little bit of offset and not the Bafang spacer like what we've got here, you can mount your chain ring to the other side of this, if you can see that, you know, on this side if you want to. So you have a little bit of flexibility. If you can get both of these, you have multiple combinations to get everything dialed in just right. It's more or less lined up. Let's throw these in there. It's gonna go sort of hand tight for now, and we'll tighten it down in a star pattern so you can get real nice engagement. And with these compression washers, helps with the bolts backing out, but you might want to throw some Loctite on there. I'm not doing that here yet. I'm just sort of testing this out to see how it works on this bike, and then I'll probably come back and throw Loctite on all this stuff, blue Loctite. I think it's 241. I'll put a link in the description for you if you have any questions there. And then we can really tighten this down all the way once we get the new chain on. I'm going to try it with the old chain first, even though I've been told that's sort of ill-advised. Every time you change your chain ring, you want to change your chain, but just for this test, we're going to try it with the old chain and see how it goes. So, pretty good there. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. And now with the chain ring kind of protector or guide off, we'll be able to see if any of these are starting to come loose. Crank down on these guys one more time. Get all nice and tight there. Okay, once I get the pedal all the way back on, we'll be able to give it one more. Good. Tightening up if necessary, but it's on there pretty good. Next step, crank. So again, we're just doing this in reverse. Throw this on here. So pull the crank back into the bike. I've got a brand new, this is a 9-speed the railer set up. I got a brand new 9-speed Shimano chain waiting in the wings here to go on. All right. All right, and just testing this out for a second, still in the stand. The old chain's way too stretched out, so I'm just going to throw the new chain in. We'll just show removing the old chain. I've got a little link puller pusher here. So I've got it rotated around to the actual spot where we're going to push this out. So again, I'm just grabbing it and we're gonna force this guy back out. If I can get it all lined up nicely. Perfect. And I'm gonna save this chain just for a rainy day. I guess I'm a pack rat or something, I don't know. But you never know. If I have a chain snap or something when I'm out and about on a ride and I need like an emergency chain to try to get home, might come in handy one day. Let's get this chain pulled out, get the new one on. Okay, let's try and thread this guy in reverse. Not make that common threading mistake that I've made lots of times before. Behind this plate. Through here. Oh. There we go. Now, grab here. Grab it a little further away so it's not in my way. Grab like maybe here. There. Now we got plenty of room to work here. So we're just going to take this pin, place it through the back side. Should be able to take our tool, get everything lined up, and it should be pretty simple here to get this inserted. Almost all the way. It's just about right. So now let's take the end of this and snap it off. There we go, that feels really nice. So let's, hopefully now with the brand new chain, this will play a lot nicer with the new chain ring. So we'll try to run this in a little bit, get the chain oiled, take it for a spin. All right, got the new chain on. Everything's running nice and smooth. Bafang Spider Moongate cycles installed with the new 46T chainring. Again, we got the Bafang Spacer 3-pack. I'm showing 2 here. We got a 3-pack for sale up on the website. I'll have a link to that in the description. Grab my helmet, give it a quick test drive, and we'll see how that goes. All right, I did a quick test ride with the new Bafang Spider. Works great, no concerns. Get yours today. I'll have a link to it down in the description. This is Derek with moongatecycles.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check them out and help you guys out. Thanks.